So much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. On the visiting sideline, look at the head coach of the Chiefs. His guys coming off their first loss of the year don't want to fall to 500 here. On the other side, the head coach of the Bears. His guys ready as they always are to play in front of this home crowd, hoping the extra surge of momentum pays off in a win. Kate Scott alongside my partner Brock Heward. Cairo Santos to get this one started. And the NFL on EA Sports is underway once again. He stopped on the run back at the 27. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who Brock I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Kate, he's had some time to work past their last game, and he needed every second of it. A 4-interception game isn't easy for anybody to move on from, even for the shortest of memories. He's got to get his head right this week. This team needs him to deliver.
We'll try something else from the 27 this time, 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Johnson. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Shamar Turner ending that one.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. He finds Worthy, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's a Chiefs first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Big play pushes them beyond midfield. And finally down right along that opposing 40. It's a gain of 22. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. A give. This is Johnson. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. 3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Here he is on 3rd and short. This finds its targets. That's Royals. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And this is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's a Chiefs first down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it.
And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs finish up an excellent opening series. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And, of course, he cares less about those two numbers. It's more about the alphabet, like that little W, picking up the win in the ball game.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
They'll work against the blitz. He'll put everything he's got behind it. Well, it would have been a big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. It sets up 3rd down. Yeah, I'm just going to assume, Brock, we're going to see a more aggressive defense here after the amount of points these guys gave up last week.
Yeah, that performance was not up to standard, but this looks a whole lot more like it attacking the pass. Not just playing the defense, but go and knock the ball away.
And this is another one too close to that defender, Brock. Knocked away again, and this time it forces 4th down. Chicago brings out the punting unit. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. Now for the 2nd time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early, and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. A little quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you're going to start to murmur and we might even hear a few birds.
A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
On target to Royals. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
And the 1st down, Chiefs.
This is Royals working the left side. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st down, Kansas City.
To the air, Mahomes. Here's a screen setup for Pacheco. Down to the 10. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs pull out in front further, 13-zip. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
The point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs drive out to an early 14-0 lead. now to kick this one away. Here's Ford on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. Our score, 14-0. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They'll get to work here, 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gives you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
First down. First and 10 at the 40.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. Gain of 15 there. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Out of the pistol, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, here's Williams.
Take that pain, pass it down like bottles on the wall. Mama said her dad's to blame, but that's his daddy's fault. Oh, there's no one left to call. You stay up counting down the days till you make your escape, but you're afraid you cannot run what's running through your veins. Oh, you're carrying the weight in the dead of night on that broken road. I won't let you walk alone. Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. And if you got tomorrow, then you still got time.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the Lions. He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's to the right side, hauled in by Royals. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Pulled in at the 24. Now goes upon a 42, 7 on the return. And the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time. And he got his respect. The NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
That's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. And look, he was great. Not his best game ever, but obviously he was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about, let's take that forward now. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Here's Williams. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll try it now with Swift. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Up the middle, Johnson. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. You look at this Bears defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man, and are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up and put him on the ground, because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spelled him in the offensive backfield.
Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation. But instead, they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
The Bears at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw once more, here's Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw is Williams. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Waste of time.
What was that? Are you kidding me? Come on, game's not over. Why are you giving up?
On the set.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Going quickly out to the right side. And he's able to pick up the first down before before he's tackled right at the 10. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Down and 10 yards to go.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Thomas will look to throw. Pass caught right side by Loveland. Called a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
79 Bronco. Trap 60. Ready?
Here's Thomas. And it's caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Santos with an extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
Santos, the kickoff for Chicago.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Mahomes. Screenplay, Johnson. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Marte Mapu, the one to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rice. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
Brings up 3rd and
8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made. Here at the Bears 42. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second down and 6 now. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was
all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 32 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Bunker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Chicago offense set to get started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Thomas. Now pass complete to Moore. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7. Let's go. The 42-yard line.
Now Thomas. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Thomas. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. First down now, but that clock rolling.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to throw again. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Viking 18.
Operating from the gun, Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Okay, ready?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Thomas. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own. 24-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Mahomes now to throw. Pass complete to Rolls. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And a first down, Chiefs.
Now here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Xavier Worthy. 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
In motion goes the tight end. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. 1 second, all that remains. Going for the deep ball. And a flag comes out as that is batted down and incomplete. But I think there was early contact. Let's check the call. So that PI call will give them one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Let's go. 19, Tiger, 19.
Here's Thomas. A final shot before break. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Kirsten Loveland as time expires in the first half. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Mikey, 18. Go.
They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way. With a football. So